It's just Amy on the mic tonight. Brighten your day with a little light. Heartfelt stories and a playful flow.
Hey friends, it's me, Amy, with Just Amy. I'm an influencer. I've been doing it for a couple of years now. I'm really excited to get started on something a little more solid. I like to talk, so let's talk. So again, my name's Amy. I'm a 50-year-old woman. Don't tell anybody. We don't talk age, right? I have a lot of likes. I do a lot of stuff. I'm a busy woman. I keep moving. But the one thing that never changes is I love to talk. I've got a million friends. They all tell me that I give the best advice. I'm a lot of fun. And I kind of want to bring that to you. That's my gift to you. Happy birthday, Merry Christmas. Okay. Anyway, I digress. I've been on a lot of social media sites for a long time. I've been on Facebook, just like everyone else, for probably 15 years. It's been around a while. It's kind of crazy to think that, but yeah, Facebook's been around a long time. So that's where I got started. I went to TikTok, made some viral videos. My niche was comedy. I had a lot of fun doing it. Excuse me, I apologize. I am combating an illness, so I apologize. Let's talk about who I am. Who's Amy? Who am I? I really don't know who I am. I'm imperfect. I know that, in an imperfect world. And I love to talk about that. I love to talk about everything from politics to just being a grandma. Oh yeah, I'm a grandma. Did I mention I was 50? Yeah, I just turned 50 on New Year's Eve. 50 years old. I know I don't look like it, but yeah, I am. And I guess I just have to put that out there from the get-go because I think it's important that you know that I'm 50. I've been around a little while and I've been through a lot of experiences in life, a lot, some good, some bad. We're going to talk about all of it. I'm going to get down and deep into the guts and gore of who I am. Yuck. Okay, anyway. I have a lot to talk about, guys, so let's do it. Let's just talk. That's what I want out of all of this. I just want to talk to you. I want to share my experiences. I want to hear from you. I want you to give me some topics, some ideas, the trending issues in society, and just talk about it. Just be real about it. No holding back. So that's another thing you're going to have to get used to also is I don't hold back. I have no filter. Can be a good thing, can be a bad thing. I personally find it to be a good thing because it's real. Who likes watching podcasters and people that do not come off as authentic? I don't. When I see those people on YouTube or on TikTok, I just kind of scroll past, right? Because I want to relate. And so I want to give you something to relate to also. And I want an interactive podcast where while I'm speaking, even though you're not here with me, we're talking to each other. Okay? I want real conversation. I don't want it to come off like I've practiced. I want the real stuff, So that's why I'm here, to give you real-time information, talk about it, even the itchy stuff, the stuff you don't want to talk about sometimes, we're going to talk about it. Oh my goodness, we're going to talk about it. We're going to get deep. It's going to get ugly, but it's going to be entertaining. Okay. So first and foremost, let's just have fun. Even if it's the itchy stuff, we're going to have fun. All right. So a little bit about myself. I am from a small town, Southern Illinois. It's, just I'm a Midwestern girl. Nothing real special, but to me it's special. And I love where I come from. Right outside of St. Louis. St. Louis is a wonderful place to live. Lots of wonderful things to do here. I no longer live in that area. I now live up near Chicago. So I've had the best of both worlds, the country girl, the city girl. I even spent some time in Tampa. I lived in France for a short period of time, so I'm cultured. I'm cultured, especially French culture. That's culture, right? Okay, I digress. So I've had a lot of experiences, like I was saying. I am currently not working, so I have all the time in the world to talk to you. You're lucky. It's your lucky day because I have just joined the industry and I'm not quitting, I'm going hard. So I'm so excited. I am so excited. I can't contain myself. And it's also kind of coming off a little weird, but that's okay because that's what excitement does to me. It makes me weird and I want to be weird with you. So let's be weird together. I want to tell you a little bit about why I want to do this. I want to do this because when I started doing TikTok, I was enjoying it, making these silly, stupid videos, these little comedic videos. They were fun and it gave me life. And it was during COVID. Are we allowed to say COVID yet? I don't know. But it was during the COVID era, time. And I was just making videos to kind of get through it because I think we all kind of suffered a little bit. A lot of us went through some depression. We missed out on a lot in life. But for me, TikTok became an outlet, a way to express myself. And not only that, but it made me feel good in a sense to be able to share my sense of humor, my personality, things that I haven't been able to share for a long time. And I just went crazy with it. And so here we are. I really don't know how this happened, but it did. And I'm here and I'm so grateful. This is my first time really having that experience with the camera in my face in a more professional setting. So it's difficult. And we're going to talk about that later too. It's difficult starting out in this industry. It's hard to gain followers. So if you're watching me, make sure that you make sure you subscribe and share it with all of your friends. If you like what you're seeing, and I know it's a little weird, it's okay. It's going to work out. Give me time. It's my first. But not my last, because we're going to go all the way. Why does that sound like something that my boyfriend said to me in college? That's weird. That's right. We're going to go with it. We're still going to go. We're going to do this. We're going to go all the way. All right. So back to me, because I love to talk about me. Me. I'm 50. I'm a grandma. I have a lot of hobbies, which is also going to be something that we're going to discuss on my show. I am a treasure hunter. I know a lot of you are probably like a treasure hunter, not like a typical treasure hunter. Like I'm not out, digging gold or out on the seas, scuba diving, but I'm going to get there. I'm working on that. That is my goal. As of right now, I'm not really working. I was a firefighter for a short period of time. At 46, I decided to become an EMT. And where I'm from and where a lot of the larger fire departments are, they are requiring that if you want to be an EMT, you also have to be a firefighter. So I tried it. I need to point out, folks, that I'm 5 feet tall. Okay? I'm 5 feet tall. I was 46 at the time. And it was during COVID, so I was bored and I just wanted to do something. I'm a giver. That's just my personality. So I did it. I became a firefighter. I have since stopped. Something that I realized, and I'm not going to get too involved in this, but 5 feet tall, woman, 50 now. Maybe firefighting's not for me. Maybe this is where I need to be. So here I am. So you might hear me discuss some of those things in the future. Also, I don't know. I really, really want to go for this. And so firefighting is very dangerous, totally different direction. And at my age, maybe I was trying to prove something. I don't know. But I don't need to anymore. So now I'm just going to stick with the podcast. And I have a few other shows as well. I have my own YouTube channel where I focus more on my treasure hunting. And so, as far as that goes, let's go back a little bit, rewind back to the treasure hunting. I started about 10, 12 years ago metal detecting. And yeah, I know a lot of people look at that like, oh, look at the dorky people over there metal detecting the ground and whatever. I remember as a child seeing the elderly people with their big old metal detectors thinking, what in the world? Oh my gosh, you have no idea how much fun it is. Like, if you could be a treasure hunter, why wouldn't you want to be a treasure hunter? I metal detect. So I do that at beaches, which is my favorite. Living up near Chicago, I have Lake Michigan. So I hit a lot of beaches there and I find a lot of jewelry and money and just silly things like that. But I also go down to the Treasure Coast in Florida and I detect there. So that was fun. I just got back from a trip. Unfortunately, I was really ill and I didn't get a lot of content, but I will be posting some of that soon. The other things that I like to do in the treasure hunting industry would be mining for gold. I pan for gold. I go to different areas in the country where you can look for precious metals, precious stones, rubies, diamonds, things like that. I also do something called mudlarking. Mudlarking is when you go to creeks or rivers and you search the area for things that are floating or just after a storm pop up out of the mud that have been there for hundreds of years. I do one of my favorite things is bottle hunting. I know that sounds weird, but here in our country, it's not a very old country, but we do have a little bit of history here. Maybe not like in Europe, which eventually my goal is to get over there. I like to hunt the trash. Okay, that sounds weird. I get it, but if you think about it, 100 years ago, people didn't have trash service, so they dug holes in their backyard and they threw their trash in it, like 8 foot by 8 foot holes, and they just threw their trash in it for years. They covered up, start somewhere else. Well, I like to dig in the trash, and I like to find trash. And some of the things that I like to find in the trash would be old bottles. You can find bottles from the 1800s, and when you do, it's digging something up from the past that hasn't been seen in over 100 years. And for me, that is what it's all about. It is about bringing something back from death, I guess, because if I had not dug it up, no one would ever see it again, right? So anything can be a treasure. It's what you consider treasure. And for me, sometimes it's bottles, sometimes it's trash. As a metal detector, we do find 90% trash. We clean up the beaches. That's kind of just par for the game, but you find nice things every now and then, and that's great, but for me it's the hunt. Okay? So treasure hunting is about the hunt just as much as it is finding the relics, okay? So that's something that I like to do in my pastime, and I'm going to go over a lot of that on some of my videos. I've already done a lot of it on YouTube, and I'll continue with that. But some of the other things that I'm going to do is yeah, we're going to talk about the itchy stuff, not just the fun stuff. And I'm going to try and put my little Amy Sass spin on it. We're going to try and make it fun, exciting, entertaining. But at the same time, yeah, we're going to delve into some of that stuff people are uncomfortable talking about. But I'm going to make it fun. I promise you I won't let you down. We're going to make it fun. I got to get over some of the nerves. I got to get over, the first time situations here. But once I do, it's going to be a lot of fun. And I really hope that you stick around and watch. So if you like what you see, again, like, subscribe, and share me, pass me on. Let me enter your world, your friends, your family. Share away, because that's the way that we get noticed, and that's the way that we are able to continue in this industry, is through you sharing us. So if you don't mind, go ahead and do that. There's not a whole lot more about me. All the other stuff I think I'll save for a later date. My future shows, each will have a different topic. The first show, so if you want to come back, the first show is going to be about the most recent weight loss trends with Ozempic or your GLP-1 agonists, kind of what they're called, the semaglutides, the Wegovy, the Wegovy, Ozempic, the different forms of weight loss pills that people are taking, the pros, the cons. That's going to be my first show. I'll also be discussing, like I said, my treasure hunting. I will be discussing female issues, male issues. I will have interviews. I already have a lineup of amazing people. I'm so excited for that. I cannot wait to give my first interview. Other than that, I think that's where we're at. We're just going to talk. Just going to have fun doing it, and we're going to interact. I want you all to comment. Let me know what you think. I want your opinions. I want your ideas. I want it all. All right. So thank you for watching. I hope you stuck with me. And if you did this far, thank you so very much. I appreciate it. And I look forward to giving to you amazing entertainment. All right. So let's do it. Amy out.